Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome to your Friday with me, Jane. We're going to look at how many messages, first of all, are going to come through. So we're looking for a number. All right, so we're going to have 16 today. Keep getting bigger and bigger. Last week it was 13, and this week it's 16. But it feels like it's going to be, I guess, important messages because of Tower coming in. All right, so let's go. Here's my my dream team. We are the dream team, I should say. Just going to get into a focused vibe here. All right, let's do this. 3 cards. Message number 1 for you, Pisces, specifically for this week. By the way, I'm using a Tarot of Oneness. I got it on Etsy. I do believe she is a Canadian. She is a Canadian creator. So you have both of 2 cards that come right out of the deck. It's not a card, they're not part of the tarot, they're extras, but one of them is life force energy, and you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and oneness. So of course, we're talking about the 8s of the year, the strength, absolutely. You have a beautiful life force energy. It's but I think this is coming in more. I feel this word coming in is for us to realize that we are more than just running around with our heads cut off. Really and truly. This year is about slowing it down to the point where we're looking at the work we're putting in, removing the blocks, and seeing just how much of oneness we are with the planet and the people that we are connected to. Realizing if those connections are worthy or they need to be worked on or completely left behind. There's a connection for us to things that we have been erroneously linking ourselves to, or I would, help me here. It feels like erroneously is the word, but it's like we've been connecting in the wrong way. We've been connecting to the wrong vibration. It's not the wrong way. It's not even things. Let me give you an example. It would be like I'm connected to this deck because I love the imagery. You know, it was priced right or whatever. You know, like these things. And instead of connecting to it, it's like it's a pretty thing that I own. Now it's different. I would connect to even the workmanship of the box, how accommodating it is to have a magnet, how wonderful the messages are on the cards, but even taking the time to appreciate the images, every single image on the back, the tree of life. Do you understand? It's like taking a really look at this and not just seeing its value for what it gives us, but its value, period. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like everything that we are doing now, we're working at connecting in a very, very special way. Okay, so that's 1. I'm going to have to keep a jot board because my brain's not going to keep up. If I say yes, you will. Okay, I will. Okay. 1, 2. Look at this 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 is about contribution. I can tell you right away. I felt it. Yeah. It's about contribution. It's about sharing our experiences. sharing the wisdom and experiences that we have accumulated. I talked a little bit about that yesterday with the Oracle message, and it's coming back in today. It's about giving back the abundance that you have received from all the life experiences that you've gotten. And that's not just the good stuff. You know, for some things, it's especially the hard stuff. It's the really tough stuff. The Six of Cups here really focusing on childhood memories, things that came in very young that imprinted on you. The Spirit, she is very much of the mind, the memory, remembering the wisdom, being very clear in everything that she's done. She's a master at that. So your sharing of the intelligence and everything that came in that gave you your strength of character, your independence, your intelligence, your communications, your self-awareness, all of that is being shared. And that's what's coming in. A different population. Sharing, not just fluffing over stuff and just going through the very surface of everything. It's to go in deep and figure out the value of how we can use that to our advantage to improve everything. Yeah. This stuff is... Whew. Number 3. Wheel of Fortune, a lot of 10s coming out today. Nine of Cups. Yeah, number 3. The golden egg or the golden goose or the treasure in all of this, the blessing in all of this is being able to go through life, going through the path, figuring out the journey in order to get the lessons and put an ending to the suffering. That's number 3. You really need to go past all of that. And that's the golden nugget of this information that's coming in. Okay, so this maze that is here, when you navigate it, it's still very beautiful in itself, but it's being able to see the good in everything, being able to see the wisdom of why things end and why they need to end, because there's better things coming up. So that's number 3. Yeah, you know, the more that I look at this now, the more I understand why that Tower card was especially, because these are the kind of messages that will end up changing your life. Absolutely. So let's go to 4. Yeah, all of this means slow up to me. Slow up to look at the past. We always think that we've mastered our past, but the problem is that we don't truly. It's at a cellular level. There's always going to be something that pops up. And I don't want you to take it as a bad thing. I want you to take it as a good thing. What we are looking at right now is that these little triggers, these little moments where things pop up from your past for you to deal with or to utilize, that's exactly it. They're there to utilize that lesson, that moment, that wisdom to bring you forward in your current journey. So don't look at it as something you just have to heal. Oh, I got to heal, move on. It is something to, yes, heal, but also something to put in your, as I always say, my bag of goodies, my bag of experience, my bag of wisdom. The perspective card is, of course, the card of the hangman, but it's in reverse. So to me, when I see it in reverse, it's usually a standstill or something that brings you, it's limbo, stuck, whatever, you know, like you're stuck, you're hanging there, you have no other choice but to take your time and look at things. And this, with the Action of Pentacles, comes in to remind me of that. What are you looking at? You're looking at these gems, okay? I want you to look at these things as gems. I talked about that yesterday. The stuff that we have gone through, we shouldn't look at it as trials, tribulations. We should look at it as, if I hadn't gone through this, I wouldn't have the awesome tools that I have now, okay? If you didn't have to learn how to screw a screw in the wall to hang something, you wouldn't be hanging anything up on the wall. Where would you get that knowledge? So it's, look at these things as the same thing. These things from childhood. So you don't have to look back at the memories in pain. You can look back at the good memories, and you can look back at the difficult memories as, but that's where I learned how to put the screw in the wall. That's where I learned that I could hang a multitude of beautiful pictures. Okay, it's just an example. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5. Some cards fell down, just wanted to make sure. What do we have here? What's happening here? I got turned around. Now I'm wondering if that was on purpose. Okay, we'll see. Number 5. Oneness. Yeah, I think it was on purpose. Okay. Oneness in reverse is feeling, and I had the 5 of Pentacles, so there it is. It's same message. Yeah. I feel the sun in these cards. I'm going to tell you right away, I feel like this is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This is the oneness in reverse. This is a disconnect, and this is not growing. You have learned with the Spirit of Wands, this is the Queen of Wands. You've learned, you have had to learn to be your own sunshine. And by learning to be your own source of strength and sun, you've also discovered your self-worth. And that is what was needed here. So that when everything falls apart, that if everything just goes up in flames and completely disappears, you, as you are, can rebuild from anything. You still have all of you intact. You may be bruised, you may be a little battered, you may be sad, but you are still worthy. You are still somebody who can get up and produce more beauty in this world. By being disconnected, you in turn reconnected to who you were meant to be. And that's disconnecting from others. It's disconnecting from opportunities where all you've had is yourself. And you've had to be your own sunshine, your own worthy being. And that was one of the greatest lessons that you could ever learn. All right. So we're up to 6. Great. 6. Then there's only 10 left. Makes it easier, right? Ten of Cups. Oh, those 10s. They want to come out today. There's a lot of completion energy coming in. Action of Swords came out in reverse. And then the Star. Okay. So here we go, Pisces. What is the lesson here? Well, the lesson here is that it's about enjoying. These whales are just enjoying themselves. They're in the rainbow. They're not rushing. This is in reverse, the Action of Swords. They're not rushing towards anything. They're really focused on the Star, but they're also focused on this beautiful waterfall of just being in the present moment, in the ebb and flow of things. It's important to take a real look at where you're going and what you're doing. Not only to get where you're going, but to understand that's where you want to go and that's what you want to do. You're not just doing it because everybody thinks you should. You're doing it because you want to do it. You want to feel that connection to yourself. This is about joy and happiness for everybody, not just you. It's feeling that connectivity to everything. And in the end, that's what it really comes down to. It comes down to not just the me, it's the everybody. When you rush through things, you forget how important it is to, and I keep saying how important, how crucial, how vital it is, that you need to connect with other people along the way. It can't just be about the one, it needs to be about the whole. All right, so that is number 6. Seven, Magician. Another 10, it reduces to 1. And that card went away. Let me see. Okay. Number 7, the tools, the power, the magic that you needed to reconnect to. The struggle, the reason is to reconnect to those tools. How do I grow in adversity? Okay? How do I grow in a dry desert? How do I make victory mine when it's so hard out there, right? When everything is so difficult. How do I make that happen? It's by reconnecting to, this is a disconnect. It's reconnecting to your spirituality. That's the Spirit of Cups. It's the Queen of Cups. To your openness. We've been closed off too long. When we close ourselves from everything, we make our worlds very, very small. And it's been a thing in this world that people have been very, very, very small. And now they're starting to open back up again. They're starting to see the truth in the matter that we can't stay small. We have to open up. We have to use all the tools. And all the tools involve all the hurts, all the pains, all the good, all the bad, everything. So in essence, it's almost like saying, I can't hate anybody because they've taught me something very important of what I needed to have access to in my life. Right? Right. So that is number 7. Let's go to number 8. Nine of Wands in reverse. There she is again. Okay. So every time this beautiful queen comes out, the cards around her come out in reverse. So to me, it is just again showing that you have become aware that you are the one who has to keep going. It's the end of the hard road and the beginning of just shining through for yourself. To not see life as a hardship, something that you have to survive through, but instead be an explorer, be exciting, be full of vitality and love and all of that great stuff, right? It's the end of that confusion. It's the letting in of the intuition. I think we've been confused for way too long when it comes to that stuff. We believe ourselves so separate from everything that now it's time for us to realize how connected we are to ourselves, and that we rely on a lot of outward things, but we don't really need to. The persistence and the courage lies within us. We don't need to be afraid of that. We don't need to think, I don't know, we don't need to find that strength outside of ourselves. That happens way too many times. We look to others, we look for situations to guide us in things, when really we just need to believe in ourselves, to trust in ourselves. And in the end, that is what's going to happen. If your journey isn't going in that direction, that's what you should be exploring within yourself. That's what you should be looking at. Absolutely. Going forward are these things that you should be exploring within yourself. Okay, so here we go. That's number 8. Let's go to number 9. This deck keeps shuffling all crooked for me, so I have no idea. The Star. Oh! And the cards keep falling to the ground. Okay. So both of these cards mean an ending. So the goal is a means to an end. It's as easy as that. This is a means to an ending. It's getting to the end of something. That's the goal. The hope is that you're going to reach completion and let things go that need to be gone, that need to be released. Beautiful number for 9, for a message for number 9, because 9 is so very deep, right? It's the Hermit. So it's the transformation that happens when you finally let go of deadwood. It's absolutely that. That's the goal. That's the goal. Old ways of thinking, old ways of seeing things, old ways of getting stuck. That needs to disappear and make its way out of our realm, of our planet. We need to be working with each other on all things. And one of the big things about it is that when we start focusing on each other rather than how to survive this world instead of thriving in this world, when that disappears, a lot of things will start getting way better, because we're going to have no other choice but to dig deep inside of ourselves. There's nobody at the end who's going to be making tons of power to hold over other people. It's going to be all about the power to help other people. Very big difference. Very big difference. Okay, so that's number 9. I wish I could get this deck straight. That would be cool. This is really annoying me. I keep trying to put order in this thing, and I feel like I'm just turning it upside down. The more I go, the more upside down it gets. So maybe that's a lesson here. Every time I'm going in this deck and trying to bring it back in order, it just goes back upside down. Like, there's no way to fix this so that it's perfection. I like it. It's like there's no perfect way of getting this to work the way you want to. It's just going to it's going to be what it is, and you're going to have to use it in the way that it comes in. So, yeah. It's just, this is the way, this is how it's going to happen. Number 10. Justice. The Sun in reverse. Yeah. Again, big lesson here is that there's no clarity. There's no clarity with an eye for an eye. It won't. It won't work. It won't work. Because it's never really an eye for an eye. There's so much more going on. I'm going to give an example, and I don't want anybody in the comment section coming out at me for it. This is just an example. Let's take a low-level criminal that who steals, whatever, and does it over and over again. You bring him to justice and you throw him in jail. And you say, that's an eye for an eye. He won't be able to steal again. We're going to get him out of the... There's so much more going on, though. There's this person's past, his upbringing. What made him do that? Was he somebody who's just constantly at the end or in a scarcity mindset all of his life, that he's never thought that he earned anything? There is so much more to every story than just what it looks like. It's never just equally done. There's more to the story. Okay? This is what they're saying. In this story, this little blurb that I'm telling you, imagine this criminal is somebody who has never had a break. Never, ever. And he's been taught by the people that life is hard, that you have to take what you want, etc., etc. Okay? Insert terrible story here. This person never used that as an empowerment to change the narrative in his life, to think instead that I have to steal from everybody in order to get ahead, instead of thinking I have to educate and empower myself in order to get ahead. The sun never shone on this. This is the thing that needs to be worked on. Okay? There needs to be intense work, like this tattoo artist. There needs to be a plan, a picture, a drawing. Then, only then do you work on it. And then you tweak it and fix it, etc., etc. It's not as clear-cut as this is this and that is that. And that's what needs to be looked at. Okay? It's never as plain as that. It's never equal parts the way it looks. It's never just, this is surface stuff. And that's what needs the light to shine on. That's what not been seen. All right. This is 10, but I think it was supposed to be 11. Was it? We're just going to go. I'm going 11 now because, well, you know, this could have been 11. Well, you're probably going to get some more now. Like I said, unbelievable. Every time I go back to these cards, I have been putting them in order right from the beginning. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Because I thought this deck is all in reverse. And then it's back in reverse. I mean, it's always back in reverse. Like look, there's cards. I've put this card back properly, I think, 1,000,000 times. Okay? It is the weirdest thing. I'm having a hard time to believe it. I'm having a hard time to believe I've gotten through three quarters of this deck, and then half of these cards are crooked again. There's absolutely... You've seen me. I've gone through half the deck. I swear to God, half of these cards will be upside down again. I feel that the message in those is saying that the work is way past being done. It's way past the point where we think it is. It needs to go much further. Okay, 6 more. 11. Temperance in reverse. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Still difficulties coming in for our blessings. I love the fact, though, that both these cards who are upright, they both have that rainbow type deal happening in the cards. So there is a light at the end of the road. There is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. There is something at the end of all this. And it's to find our balance and our blessings. Absolutely. It is number 11, right? The justice is to find the balance between our lives and our blessings. We just balance things out in a different way. It's just taking it and looking at it almost 360 degrees. It's like a complete turnaround from what we're seeing. So there's, with the action of Wands is showing that, of course, there's going to be obstacles to that journey, but it's not impossible. Even though they're in reverse, it's not impossible. These cards are still the cards of this. They're still the card of balance and blessings. It's just we need to flip them around. Which I'm going to do again. I can't believe this. I can't believe this. I'm looking at them again to see if they've turned back around again. They look not bad. Oh, no, there's another one. We'll just keep going. Number 12, Pisces. I just can't. Maybe it's just flipping them one card at a time. And keep repeating it. Keep flipping the cards upright. Until they stay. Until it sticks. Is that what you're doing? Are you going to leave my cards alone now? Apparently not. Look, I'm telling you. Look, you saw me do it. But look. Upside down, upside down, upside down. It doesn't matter. And I'm only I'm not doing anything to them. I'm going to keep flipping them upright until they stay. You hear me? It's perseverance. Number 12. Oh my God. Okay, is David Copperfield in my freaking deck? What is happening? Life force energy. Ace of Cups. Yay, 3 upright. Okay, so number 12, very special. Number 3 goes down to 3 if you go 12. It's life force energy. Life force energy is all force of creativity, right? The Ace of Cups, it starts with the heart. It starts with giving. And then it's adapting and juggling. You've got to adapt. Don't give up. I won't give up trying to put these cards upright, and neither should you, trying to bring the world back into a sense of love, a vibration. People say, oh, these are positive, you know, like, oh, everybody, you know, like people in the flower children of the world, right? It's not that. It's a very different movement this time. It's an awakened movement. It's not saying, just look at love and don't, you know, don't bother about, you know, the stuff falling around your ears. It's about being very, very realistic about the world around us, but going, it doesn't need to be this way. It doesn't, we don't need to walk around. We can change things. We don't just have to wish for things to change. This is the difference. We don't have to walk around going, adopt the flower power and just be that. We can actually go, no, yeah, adopt the flower power, but stop doing that too. Okay? We can have empowerment. We just don't have to be passively trying to sit around with our hands clasped together to hope for a better world. We can actually be the motion and movement and the voice of people who want to change the world. Okay? We can be the movement of that change. Absolutely. We can adapt to it and do it from the heart space, though. Okay? Nobody needs to get on anything and yell and scream. Nobody listens to that anyway. Doesn't much matter. They just see you as a fanatic or neurotic or etc. Put an ick there. It's all an ick. Nobody wants that. They want, you can get them from a place of the heart. If I think things through with a heartfelt message, I will reach more people than I ever would by telling them they're doing it wrong. That was a good one. I may say so myself. Okay. No. Okay. Okay. Guess what Jane's doing? Just trying to put the deck in order again. I have done this every single time now. Every single time. Oh my God. All right. Ooh. Okay. Lucky number 13. We're getting there. You guys are going, Jane, this is so long. It is. It's long. Just chill, relax, let it come in, let it hit you in all the right spots of the brain to uplift you, to help you out. 13. Seven. All right. Ooh, new cards. Look at that. 7 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, and Embodiment of Swords. So big picture. Yeah. 7 of Wands for me in this is seeing the dangers, seeing the warning signals, seeing what you need to see. And I love this picture because it makes me feel like I'm in a cave looking and assessing the situation with the 7 of Wands. Like going, yeah, this don't look good. this one, I'm going to have to force my butt out of here. But you know, there's a way out. For a lot of you may be thinking that. But every beautiful garden, this is the 9 of Pentacles, every beautiful garden has its share of things they must overcome for it to grow. You know, aphids and all kinds of things, you know, like different molds. There's all kinds of things that you have to fight against to get to it. The thing is that you always have to have a big picture mentality. When you get stuck in a struggle of the little, remember to go up on the mountaintop of your mind. To sit there for a while, perched up there, and look around and see am I missing a bigger picture here? And that usually helps snap you out of whatever you're in. Snap you out of the little corner that you've put yourself into. Okay? And find solutions. Instead of defensiveness, you find solutions to problems. All right, so that is 13, 14. Moving right along. I didn't look at the deck to see how many were upside down this time. I didn't give up. I'm just taking a break. All right. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Oh, look at that. I love this picture. It's so good. Magician. Synchronicity in reverse. And that one flipped in reverse. Look. Reverse. Reverse. I didn't do anything to these. I didn't do anything to these. I just can't. I'm gonna start swearing here. Damn it. Damn it. Stay upright. Stay upright. I'm not giving up. You're staying upright. Look at me. Look, I'm doing this with you, Pisces. Oneness. Upright. Upright. Even the devil, you stay up there, you. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, wasn't too bad this time. It's getting there. You see, with a little bit of, no, the 10 of Cups needs to be upright. Look at this. Upright. Ha! That one's going to be upright after. Jane did it. 14. Oh, now I'm dizzy. Okay. All right, all right, all right. 8 of Cups. Breaking the chains. Finding the magic. And resynchronizing to life. The 8 of Cups is just about cutting the cords of the past. Okay? It's dark, it's cold, you can feel it in this. It feels even a little underwaterish, like you're going into depths of water. I don't like it, I don't want it. And you see the magic being, you see in the cut, the magic is coming back. It's going to float back up to the surface. And what is the magic? It's the tools that you need to get back in synchronicity with life. That's all this is. This is just an exercise on how to resynchronize. A lot of you here are light workers, and that's what you're looking for. You're looking to find those answers in your own life so that you can move them forward with you, that you can offer them to people. But we're still sometimes working on an old way of doing things, right? It's got to be successful. It's got to make a lot of money. It's got to do this. It's got to have all of my wish lists ticked off. But wish lists that's made up of things that people have put in place. People of power that have put in place, okay? You don't need to follow those rules anymore. You can just follow your own, okay? Yes, we have to live. Yes, we have to make money. But you know, if you live enough people in one place, you can make enough money to live. So I always say that. That's a no-brainer. You can pack people in a home and you can all live there and you can live. You know, you can make do. So, you know, give me the next thing. What do you want out of life? All right. 15, 15, lucky 15. 9 of Swords. Oh, the boogeyman. The Lovers. Oh, and they all came out. And the Devil. Look at this. In the middle of these scary, scary cards, the Darkness and the Devil is the Lovers. And you know what? The Lovers, and the Devil. You can't see it in these cards, but they're the same cards. They have the same, they both have angels. They both have people. The only difference is that it's flipped. Like in the Lovers, it's a choice to harmonize, and in the Devil, it's a choice to be bound. That's the only difference. That's the only difference. Okay? You either live to free yourself or you live to bind yourself. And binding yourself gets you this, the Nine of Swords. That's all it gets you. It gets you nightmares. The boogeyman, they come out at night and they come and scare you. Booga, booga, booga. See that? Booga, booga, booga. You create those. You want them, they're there. You can have them. Okay? You want the Devil? You can have him too. Yeah. Oh yeah. People ask me, is there such thing? Yeah. But you create it. Okay? You bring them to life. You give them the power. You take that power away, they're not there. Trust me. Trust me. Here's me. Oh, playing with the spirits. Nothing happens. Okay? I've already had bad things happen. People could leave me tomorrow. Bad things could happen. I wasn't even doing this and I lost a child at 9 months. So don't tell me it has to do anything with this. It does not. It does not. Most of my life I did the right thing. I was a good girl. A good girl. Married. Fought for that marriage. Even when it was the most painful thing. Tried to be a very good mother to my living children. Gave them everything. Never dabbled with a lot of this. I had one tarot deck. Didn't really do anything because I was in fear. Ooh, maybe I shouldn't, right? Even though my intuition, everything inside of me told me I was an enlightened being. I live by the rules of society. I played small and I stayed ugly within myself. I judged myself harsher than anybody ever would have. I created my own anxiety and my own demons until I chose something different. And you know what? They're gone. And they're going to stay gone. And some people, well, what if tomorrow something bad happens to you? It doesn't matter. Life happens. Things happen. Some really sad, tragic things happen, and they hurt us. They put us down to our knees. We have to learn from it. If I lost somebody I love tomorrow, would it serve them any purpose to just think of how unjust and terrible that was for the rest of my life? Or would I rather just spend thinking about the awesome times that I had with them? And the great memories and the love that I feel for them and how grateful I was to have them in my life. The latter, thank you. The latter. And I like to believe that I'll be with them one day and that I am still with them in spirit, but I will be complete with them one day in spirit. And that's all that I have, and that's all I can do. That's all anybody can do. And that their being here had a profound impact on my life, and that they had their own contract to fulfill for whatever. Some of them I may know, some of them I may not. That's okay. But I choose harmony. I choose love first. Not hate, not bounds, not nightmares, not evils, not devils. I choose love first. Wow, that was like really preachy, you guys. My face is wet. I meant that shit. So last but not least, let's get this show on the road. Yeah, that came from my heart to yours. That came from my heart to yours, you guys. Enchantment of Pentacles. 9 of Wands. Upright. You want to come back out, don't you? Last but not least, the resources in all of this is overcoming these boundaries, these addictions, these false beliefs that we have. And that is an addiction. To believe something over and over again, to keep repeating the same thing, that's an addiction. So if you keep repeating that I am small, that I can't do this, and I'm not worthy, and all of that bullshit that we tell ourselves constantly every day, it's breaking out of that. So don't give up. If you're still doing it, if you're still thinking to yourself, Jane, I tried and I can't, don't give up. This is don't give up. This is persistence. Okay? You sit back down with your crown and you realize that you have everything that you need to overcome this crap. All the time, every day, all the time. You have it every day. Okay? Yeah, I think those last 3 ones were mostly from me, weren't they, guys? Yeah. I get it. I get that. They were backup. That was from my higher self and my personal journey here, experience on this planet, from me to you. My wisdom, the stuff that I now use to help you empower yourself. Don't take your power away. Give it back. Take it back. Know that you've always had it. Okay? You can do anything. That's it. I'm done. I need a break. I need a swim. I need water. I think I need water. I need water. I need to drink it. I need to swim in it. Shower. I don't have a pool, so hey, maybe I can find a pool. All right, you guys. That's enough meanderings, and I hope that you got a lot out of this. There's a lot that came out of me to give you this, so I am sending you lots of love. You are the light. You are blessed. Go out there and change the world. Do it for Jane. I believe in you. I'll always believe in you. I'll always believe in you. There you go. You need somebody to believe in you? I believe in you. I believe that you can change the world with your heart. Go do it. Don't be small. You're not small. You're never meant to be small. Take care of yourselves, guys. I'll see you on Sunday, and hopefully on a live somewhere around here. Take care.